It is in the afternoon on Saturday. It's been a sunny day. I'm gonna head down and check out to see if I want to dig potatoes today. Check the weather maybe, see what the weather's gonna do. Pretty wet, still pretty wet. Really don't want to dig in mud, but I'm gonna check the weather, see what it says, and determine, call Marissa, see if she wants to come dig after I check what the weather is gonna do, because it might not rain tonight, which would just mean the ground would be drier tomorrow, but not much. I don't think it'll make that much of a difference. So I'll be right back. We decided today is the day to dig. Each row should be a different color potato pretty much. Some might be mixed in. These are all seeds that I had left over from previous year's crop. So all of these are potatoes that we had here. None of them are potatoes seeds that we bought. So here we go. We're just going to get started. Marissa is digging on the Yukon Gold row. I'm digging on the red potato row. And in the middle, between the two of us, is the russet potato row. Just start out by digging that first trench, and then as we go, we'll just fill in that trench with the next plants, the dirt from the next plants. Pulling the dirt back towards ourselves, picking out all the potatoes, filling up our baskets. And from the time that I put the potatoes into the ground, I am looking forward to this moment where me and Marissa get to harvest them. It's always a fun time for us, digging the potatoes, talking about them. And so far the way this is going, I was pleasantly surprised with the size of the potatoes we were pulling out of the ground. This year is our best harvest yet for how big the potatoes actually grew. And this is the bed where some of the potatoes, the red potatoes that I'm digging, produce the seed pods. And I saved those seed pods, and I'm excited next year to see if they grow. They're not very big in size, so I'm not sure if they were actually able to mature enough to grow, to have seeds to grow potato plants or not, but I am excited to see next year if they actually do. And Kodiak 1984 actually commented on my last video where I showed that I cut the stems off of the potatoes, that he thought whenever his plants would grow the seed pods, that his potatoes didn't get as big. This way we kind of ensure we're not really missing any potatoes. So far, the reds and the russets, and most of the Yukon Golds. Good sized potatoes for sure. Look at the size of that one. I have a pretty good sized hand. That's a nice potato. Not the size of anybody's head or anything, but those are pretty nice potatoes. fairly good numbers as far as I'm concerned. I didn't plant a whole lot of potatoes in here, just what I had for seed. I did give seeds away to seed potatoes away to a few other people from work. I'll have to ask and see how they did. I better get back to helping Marissa. She's getting well ahead of me. And that's what the seeds kind of turned into. That's gross. It's not a potato. It's a ball of snot. Uh-oh. It's not a potato. Is that funny? I don't know. Marissa says no, it's not funny. But I say it is. She says it's snot. That's a huge one. Holy cow. Ooh, holy cow. That one. Ooh, doggy. We're eating good this winter. And getting back to Kodiak 1984's comment that the seed pods might make the potatoes smaller, I'm not sure, because this year I've had the biggest potatoes I ever have had, and even though the seed pods didn't develop that big, my potatoes are really good size, so I'm not sure. This is not scientific. He could still be right, because those seed pods might not actually do anything for me. My plan is to plant those seed pods and see if they actually grow next year, and maybe that'll give me a better idea if they actually developed into seeds. I know if nothing grows from them, they didn't develop into seeds, right? Worst case scenario, it'll just be a fun experiment and a learning experience for me. That's not too bad. Nice basket of red and russets. Nice basket of Yukons. Look at the size of some of those. Look at that dandy potato. Very nice. Very nice indeed. And we still have that bed to dig up. That one's next. I'm gonna go get another crate and start digging that one. And here we go, bed number 2. This one has purple potatoes and Yukon Golds. Just 2 rows in this bed. Marissa's digging purple potatoes and I am digging Yukon Golds. At least for the most part. Whenever I get involved in planting of seeds, if I have extra potato seeds, I'll just plant them wherever I think there's an empty spot in the bed. So come harvest time, it just makes things a little bit more exciting. You're really not quite sure just what you'll find. And as long as we keep finding nice potatoes like this, we'll be happy. And now in this bed, the potatoes aren't quite as big as the last bed or as numerous as the last bed, but we're still happy with what we found. As far as we're concerned, anything that we can grow and not have to buy from the store is a blessing. Plus the fact that we have the sun shining on us while we're digging these potatoes. That's just another blessing right on top. Icing on the cake, as they would say. I'll be dreaming all night long about all the different ways I'm going to prepare these potatoes. There's mashed potatoes, there's baked potatoes, there's my favorite French fries, and even just fried potatoes. All the different ways that you can fix them. But I do have to say, by far, French fries are my favorite. Probably should have planted a few more russet potatoes, right? Here we go, we're getting to the last corner. Do the last few potatoes for this year. Might not be much in there. Couple red ones. Not bad. Another red. Nice little worm. Whew. That's a nice one. Not very many worms in this bed compared to the first bed. Oh, there's a red one, a real small one. I think there might be another one in this area right here that I think I saw. It'd be right in here. Maybe I was just seeing things. I think that's it. Well, I guess now we get the scales out and weigh up our digs and see how much total weight we have for potatoes this year. That's a fairly nice basket right there, though. That's a nice basket. And even the Yukon Golds over there. It's a pretty nice basket. For the amount that I planted, I didn't plant very many. Here's the most important part. We're gonna weigh it now. We'll do the Yukon Golds, mostly Yukon Golds first. Some reds in there and looks like a couple russets. We'll weigh that first. So 26 pounds, 11 ounces. A little bit of that's going to be, what is that, Keone? What the heck is it? A little bit of that is going to be dirt. And then obviously like a pound or maybe at the most 2 pounds for the crate, but we're just gonna go with we'll say 24 pounds on that one for potatoes. And then this is the fuller reds and russet potatoes. Nice full basket of reds and russets. Look at that. 45 pounds, 7 ounces. So we'll just say 43 pounds for that one. And then we have one more basket to go. This is the last raised bed that we harvested. Looks like Yukon Golds and red potatoes. I think they're purple potatoes. I think when you cut into them, they're going to be purple on the inside. And 42 pounds. So let's just say that 42 pounds, 9 ounces. So let's just say 40 pounds on that one. So that makes 83 plus, what did we say, 25? 24. So 105 pounds, 4 pounds? 104 pounds total. Just guesstimating, just so we can subtract the weight of the dirt and the weight of the crates. That's not bad though for the small beds that I have. I mean, what size are they? And they're not huge. I mean, this first bed is maybe 3 foot by 10 foot, I would say. Never have measured them. I just put them together. And then the second bed, I would say, is 4. The actual dirt size is 4 by 12 on that one. Or really close to it. So 100 pounds out of those 2 beds, that's not bad at all for potatoes. And like I was saying earlier, these are the biggest potatoes we've grown on this property. So now we just need to get the dirt to dry on the outside of these potatoes before we take them inside. And because all that dirt will just fall all over the floor once we take them inside. So I'd rather have them kind of fluff off and fall off outside. So I'm gonna stick them out here, let them dry, and I'll take them in the cabin a little bit later. Not much sun left today, but we'll try. Well, that's the potatoes harvested. But that is definitely not the end of our harvest. We're doing a little bit better. Brussels sprouts look like they're still coming right along. That one's got some pretty nice little Brussels sprouts on it. They're not going to be huge by any means, but they're definitely going to be some Brussels sprouts for us. Happy days. Still have carrots to harvest. Look at all those carrots. Waiting on the first frost for those. Look at the size of that one. I have a pretty big thumb, and that's a big carrot. And we have lots of beets still growing. I'm gonna wait for frost on those before I harvest any of this. I still have a while before the first frost, I think. So, and we still have a couple squash trying to grow. So that's a plus. Potatoes are harvested now, but it's definitely not the end of our harvest. God definitely blessed us with a nice potato harvest this year, didn't he? I'm very happy with the amount of potatoes we got, especially with as little work as was put into them. We just popped them in the ground and they grew. I threw one layer of leaves over the top of them to kind of protect the potatoes as they were developing from the sunlight. Seemed to do a really good job. And that's it. Really didn't even, I think I watered them twice this year. The rest of the time, nature watered for me. And it seems to, everything worked out just fine. 100 pounds of potatoes for probably what would have been maybe 5 pounds of seed potatoes left over from last year. So it's not even like I had to spend money on the seed potatoes. That's a win as far as I'm concerned. I just want to thank you for watching this edition of Not So Remote Alaska. And until next time, may God bless you and keep you. And with that, I am out.